Right guys, welcome back. We're back in the mist, in Mist Survival. So this is where we left off. We're sat in the garage. We've got the unpleasant infected on the outside, lurking in the mist, waiting for me to come outside. But so I'm not going to do it at the moment, because I want to gather a bit more ammunition and some other weapons. So thank you for joining me anyway. I do appreciate it. All the likes, subscribes and comments that I get helps me tackle those YouTube algorithms and hopefully get my channel a bit more noticed. So any support that you give is hugely appreciated, so thank you very much guys. Alright, what we're going to do, I was going to have a look and see if I can craft anything at the moment while we've got the mist, but it doesn't look like we can. So we've got plenty of food, drink. What I'm going to do, oh, wrong button, I'm going to drop, we'll do it over in this corner, which is what I was going to do last time. We'll drop some of this stuff down here, just put it in piles for now until we get some more storage. Just try and start organising our gear. So we got the fuel can, which we need to keep. It's unfortunate the ammunition has to stay in your bag. What I like to do is bring stuff that I'm actually using at the moment and bring it to the bottom of my bag, so that all the fresh stuff comes in at the top here. Actually, while we're waiting, let's pick those back up and we go into the craft and we go to sticks. And as you can see with the sticks, there's no tools required whatsoever, and each time you craft one it will take 2 minutes. So we'll click on there and we'll create all 4, and this will pass 8 minutes of in-game time, obviously not real time. So now we've got 4 sticks there which we can use to make arrows. We can use them to make fencing. They've got lots and lots of uses, so that's great. So we've got that, so we're just bung those on the floor at the minute. And else this where we going? Oh, the mouse is turning a bit quick. So yeah, so we've still got, slow my mouse down a little bit. Seems to be really like sensitive today. That's better. Just click it down on the DPI a little bit. So let's try and just pass a little bit of time, 1 hour at a time. This you'll generally find when you try to sleep, this is when it will pull the infected in. So if you're behind a fence and you want to attack some infected to gather some materials, you can actually sleep behind the barrier and that will actually pull a lot of the infected towards you. It's kind of like rings the dinner bell and they'll come running. So as you can hear in the background, they were there, but it's going to allow me to sleep this time. He must have needed it. So what we're going to do is head back out. You can see the mist is just about clearing, and take that. And with the infected you can loot them. If you kill them you will get something off of them every time. If you don't kill them, if they kind of die like this, then it's just a random chance of getting some stuff. So let's take a run back up here. So I'm gonna collect some rocks because we're gonna need to make a fire at some point to cook. We're gonna kill the bear. There's usually a grizzly bear running around up at the garage, which is where we're going to sort of head to next. So we're going to take these boxes and I'm just going to quickly run them back to the garage so that we can sort through stuff. Oh, somehow dropped that then. So we can sort through the stuff, organise our little stash, and we go from there. So I'll be back in a second. Right guys, so I've got my few boxes back. and you can stack the boxes on top of each other however you want. Try and keep things looking tidy. So I'm going to grab those. And what we're going to do is we'll take a little look in the White House so you guys can see why this is such a popular place. And the rooms are pretty big, so it's ideal for setting up workstations, repair tables and things like that. These windows do need to be secured. For some reason the infected can't break through glass, but they can rip these boards off and they will climb through and attack you, so these have to be reinforced, otherwise they will come in, and anything you stand in front of these windows, like workbenches, lockers and stuff, will actually be destroyed as they break through. They break through your stuff as well, so don't put anything on the inside of those until you've reinforced them. I'm assuming this would have been a basement, but that is sealed, we can't go down there. This is the kitchen, and you've got one window in here, so it's not too difficult to fortify this house. I think you've got 4 windows, and luckily at the moment the infected can't open doors, so you generally will find stuff in the house. There'll just be some odd loot kicking around. Generally you will find food and other things like that in the kitchen cupboards. It's a very, very useful storage, but like I said, we're not going to be staying here. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. So sugar, what is sugar used for? Yeah, sugar is used for making alcohol. You can build a still later on and you can add water and sugar and stuff, and it will actually produce bottles of alcohol that you can use for Molotovs. Salt, we need to salt meat and use it for other cooking things, so salt's quite important, and you do get quite a lot of salt off the infected, so it's really useful to sort of kill the infected. For that you'll get the odd baked potato, things like that off of them. So the bedrooms in this house are quite big as well, so if you want to put a bed down then you can, and all of these drawers in here are searchable. Ooh, click the same one twice. So because I've got some shotgun ammo, that one, I can actually left shift and then left click the mouse button and add that to my ammunition. So this is, you can see why people choose this, because it is a pretty good location. There's a lot of room, you've already got quite a bit of storage here, and if you did find yourself here and the infected are coming after you, useful little tip I found is if you open that door like that and you can kind of reside here, the infected will come up these stairs and into that room, and they can't seem to get through this gap. So this is actually quite useful. But obviously if you were going to make this your permanent home, you would reinforce to make sure that the infected and that can't get in. So I'm going to have to do a bit of organising of my inventory because it's getting a little bit messy. So we need to find some more storage, and what I'm going to do is we're going to leave this stuff here. I'm going to dump out stuff that I don't need at the moment. I don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. What else? Don't need salt. Let's eat this one. This will give us hunger and thirst, so these are quite useful. The majority of these things do have a lifespan, and as this ticks down, the food is going off. There are some green cans which are something like Fanta or Sprite, and they don't go out of date, they just kind of last indefinitely. But things like chocolate bars don't, they will go off quite quickly sometimes, so we might as well eat that. And they don't particularly give you a lot of hunger anyway, they're not great for that. So what I'm going to do is just drop a few more bits. I think we drop one of those, we drop those, which is this one, revolver. We don't have a revolver, so we'll keep that. I'm going to eat that in a minute. We'll keep that. So I'm going to make a campfire. We'll just keep those. So we're going to leave that there, and we're going to go on a little run. It is nearly 6 o'clock. Just wondering whether it's worth doing the run now, or whether I should stay here tonight. What do you guys think? We've got a few hours. The infected come out at around 9, so I think we've got time. We'll go and have a little look. We'll go and see what we can find. Oh, had a little bit of a stutter then. So as you go around the map, you'll find little cabins and other buildings. There is actually a small town that you can go to, and there's lots and lots of buildings in the town, but there's also a lot of bandits. So we've got some infected in here. Don't know how many we've got. Just one, hopefully. I think we've just got one. So let's go and pay him a visit, so you don't have to worry about noise bringing in the infected. We do have 2. So that's that one down. Should be. The other one must be totally deaf. Just blasted that. You never heard it. So there we go. So I think good job that one was hard of hearing. So there you go, because I actually killed him, so we've got some loot. This kind of thing you don't need immediately, but they do come in useful later on. So that was quite a good amount of stuff off that one actually. And there we go, got some salt. So very often you'll get one item, you don't get too much. Well, it's quite a bit of stuff in here actually today, so because the loot drops I think are random. It just depends on the luck of the draw when you come in. So right, so here we've got one of the doors that I mentioned in part 1 of this, where you need the crowbar. There are lockpicks that you'll find, and you can collect stacks of lockpicks, but when you unlock a door that actually uses up a lockpick, so they will disappear out of the game each time you use them. So the crowbar is by far the best way to do it, and it's going to take us 5 minutes of game time. So let's proceed. Hope it's worthwhile. Right, so we got another hammer. And what have we got in here? We got some bandages. Let's chuck away that potato because you don't really need that. We'll take that. And not really too bothered about sugar. We chuck it back in there. So let's just shut this and make sure there's nothing behind the door. There's no shelves. So there you go. So that's it. So it's not too difficult to take out the infected because they are kind of stupid. They're not that bright. So if we press tab, we can see the time, the temperature, and our health. And so it's 6:30, so we've got time. So let's crack on. We are going to go past this bandit camp, so we need to take a little bit of a wide berth around that. It'd be nice if we actually found some storage that we could carry with us. Very often, if I'm coming around to places like this where the infected constantly respawn, I will bring a suitcase or something with me, or build a gate across so that I can put the case there, and then you can just use the stabby stick and stab them in the head. Yeah, so they are pretty deaf, which is quite cool. It's a good job there's nobody else around to hear us. Don't need that at the minute. So you can see I'm going to have to come back for this stuff, because I don't think there's any storage about. And take that because I've already got a stack. Right, now when you find the infected like this, if you can't actually carry the loot, dump the loot off the body like that on the floor, because it will actually stay there no matter how long you play the game. These things get saved, so you can come back here at a later date. The bodies will despawn, but the stuff won't. So just flick the stuff off the body like that, and then you can come back at your leisure. So we're going to unlock this door as well. Your crowbar does have a life. Mine's still at 100% at the moment. So we've got a small storage container here. Let's do the door, make sure there's nothing behind. I say the baseball bats seem to be pretty useless. Ooh, we've got a board underneath the wall there. So let's pick this up and bring him out. And oh, where are you going? Just climbing up the wall. Got a little bit caught up there. So let's drop in there. So we've got some storage space. So let's get rid of some of this less essential stuff, just to clear us some bag space. I'm going to take this with us, so we drop that there. So let's gather up these other bits. I might as well take them now. Saves me making a run back here, unless I'm actually coming past. But let's do it now. And I can leave this box out somewhere on the road to collect as I come by. So we can dump that bowl, dump that in there. What else have we got? We've got some carbide ammo, so let's take that. We can reload our weapon. So let's get out the carbide and we'll reload. So we've now got 17 rounds in our carbide, which is cool. So we'll pick this box up, and what I would do is run it over here. There is like a bit of a track here, so we'll dump that there. And what time we got? We've got 7 o'clock, so we've got 2 hours. So we'll have a look at this little campsite that we've got here. There's a few caravans. Like I said, always remember, check up on the roofs, because you will miss ammunitions and weapon. Right, okay, cool. Just what I wanted. We've got another bag slot. So press F to upgrade. And that's given us another 2. So extremely useful things to find. You will find them dotted around. I think there's one sat next to one of the lakes that you'll go by, and a small pond. Cool. This is what I was talking about in episode 1 as well. If you look around these log piles, you'll find axes. Obviously it's a logical place to find stuff. So let's have a look up here. You can sleep up here at night if you get too many infected and you're kind of hemmed in, and there's just no way you're going to make it back to your camp. You can just hold out up on top of one of those and just spend the night. So we've got some vehicles, or at least a vehicle. Let's have a look. Cool, we got some fuel, so we will take that. There we go. Like that. We get kind of tight on the storage again. So we've got another saw. It's really worth collecting all these things because the lifespan on some of these things can be quite short. We take that, can't pick it up. Let's have a look. I don't know if, yeah, we can break these ones down. So these are really useful to break down if you come across them, because this cord takes a lot of leaves and bark to make cord. So this is quite, you know, a lot of materials to make. So if you knock these down, oh dear, I need some space. What should we do? Let's eat that, get rid of that, and that should put everything back up. You can see our cold level is starting to creep up now because it's night time. So let's gather up all this. Oh, grab that cordage. I can't. Okay, we need to get a move on, I think. What I'm going to do is drop the sugar, because I really want these. You can hear dogs and things in the background. I've never actually come across a dog in the background. That you, like when you're wandering around, I've never actually seen one. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this for tomorrow. We're going to get back to the White House and we're going to get set up. We'll make a little fire and keep ourselves warm. So it's generally around 9ish they come out, the infected. You've got a little while, but somewhere like this you don't want to get caught with your pants down out in the open. So I'm just going to rush this back and I'll come back to you as soon as I'm in. We're going to go back in the garage. Right guys, so we're back. I needed some wood actually, so I screwed up there kind of. I needed some wood to create a fire. I'm not sure. I think we might actually be able to use that. So let's have a go. If we press I, you have a basic craft in here, so you can dry meat with the salt, and you can make some basic equipment. You can make a torch, which you can use when it's dark, obviously. You can make bandages. You can only make the spear and stuff at the moment. You can make a wooden shield, which is quite a useful tool to have. This is for gunpowder making. You can do dog tags to name your chickens, and you can grow chickens at feed. And this is to create your Molotovs. And also, if you press B, you will get the build menu. So I don't know if I've got enough sticks, but you just basically click on it and you will get like a blueprint to put down. And as it is, you can put these anywhere. You can put them inside the house on the wooden floors. It will not set fire to anything. We've got 4 sticks. How many do we need? We need 6. Okay. I've got the stones, so what I'll do is I'll build that. So we need 2 more sticks. Great. It's 8 o'clock. I might risk it. I don't know. We do have a torch, which you don't really want to use inside too much because it's super bright. It's typical. I'm not going to find any sticks now. Usually there's an abundance of them kicking about. There's one. Right, so let's get ourselves back inside. Right, turn that light off because that is ridiculous. So let's add that. So now we've got a basic fire, and if we come down we can interact with it. So fuel, I'm sure we can burn these, yeah. So we need matches. I don't have any tinder. I need bark. I forgot about bark. We do have some accelerant somewhere in one of these. Not sure which one. There we go, that one. So you can go in there, can stick that in there. I don't think it'll light. No, not without some bark. What time are we at? We're getting a little bit close. Let's get the nearest tree. Oh dear, here we go. So I think we'll leave that for tonight. Okay, so we got some loot. I think we'll have to freeze tonight. How did that take our health down? Yeah, not too bad. When you sleep, your health does go back up. So the longer you sleep, the better it is for you. Let's just have another look. Yeah, so when you sleep, you will lose hunger and thirst as you're sleeping, but your fatigue will go up. So let's just try and get some sleep. We probably won't get woken up. Let's try for 8 hours. No, it's actually going to let us sleep through the night. Okay, cool. So let's go back. Right, so you can see our fatigue is full up, but our hunger and thirst have dropped a little bit. It's not too serious at the moment. We don't need to worry about that. So if we have a look out the window, you can see it's just kind of around the time that the infected will go in. There's still some of the nighttime sounds going on. So let's take a look. See if anybody's out. Yeah, they've started dying, so that's okay. Just have a quick check on this body. You never know. Yeah, nothing. So not that one. We want 3. So what I was going to do before we was rudely interrupted was gather some bark. So by chopping trees, you will get bark. We might as well take this down now we've started. It'll give us some logs, which we can then break down again into firewood, or we can turn it into planks if we get one of the saw benches. So there you go. So let's go and dump stuff in here just quickly. So if we go in there, so now we're ready to light the fire. So I'm going to dump a load of stuff here, which I don't need at the moment. We've got another axe, cool. I'm going to dump these, dump all of this, just leave all this here for now. I don't need a saw on me, don't need any more stones. So we've got some food, some drink, we've got our essential tools that can go for now. So that will stay there indefinitely, so you do not have to worry about this disappearing. So what we're going to do, we need a battery for our vehicle, so we're going to head on out. It is day 2, so I actually kind of lied in the first episode. I said the mist doesn't come on the first day. And from what I can remember, that's the first time that's ever happened, with the mist coming in on the afternoon in the first day. So it just shows you can get caught out, and that's kind of the sort of pull of the game, is that you can be caught out quite easily. The mist will come in when you're either hunting or gathering, and you will get caught somewhere that is really, really not a good place to get caught out, and then you have to try to survive, you know, using whatever you can find to your best ability. So it does make it quite interesting at times when you get caught out. So we're going to have a little look round. I think I checked this one, didn't I? Yeah, we checked this last night. So I don't think there was anything that we left here that was... oh, there's another bag. Cool. So hit F, and now we've unloaded. Now we've unlocked a little bit more. So let's move these down. Try to keep things in the bottom of the bag. Don't think there was anything in here that was... Oh, there's a drink. We'll take that. I might use that in a minute. Right. So this is the Bandit Camp up there, with that sort of corrugated iron fence. Then you really don't want to be messing with these guys at this point of the game. There's that shelter I saw there. Hoping that we may find a battery. What is this here? Oh, it's a fake battery. Okay, that's cool. Can't do anything with that then. Oh, awesome. Another engine. Pretty strong, this guy, actually, because he can hoof around all kinds of stuff like this. It doesn't seem to faze him at all, dragging an engine around in his backpack. We'll just have a little check around here in case there's any car parts leaned up. And this one won't have anything. So again, these ones we can break down eventually once we've got the sledgehammer. I tend to try not to break stuff down with the axe, because you know your axe will run out quite quickly if you're breaking down metal with a wooden axe, you know, a wood chopping axe. Right, so there's the bear that I was telling you around there, and he does not mess around. You have to get reasonably close for him to spot you, and again you just climb up on top of a vehicle, and he can spawn anywhere in this area. So he can spawn in this area around here, he can spawn over by the motel over there, he can spawn anywhere around here. He'll walk around this building here. This is a gas station or a petrol station, whatever you want to call it. He will even come in here. So these have pretty much been picked clean, so you won't find a huge amount of stock left, but you know, whatever you find, it's all useful. Awesome. Some boots, so we can put those on our feet. So there we go, we got some boots on. You know, kind of looks a bit weird running around like this. Hopefully we'll get a lot more. There we go. These are the sprites. They do not go out of date. They'll just stay at 100% indefinitely. I don't know if they're actually meant to be sprite, but that's what it reminds me of. So there's all kinds of different things laid around. So pick everything up. Sewing kits are good for making quivers, and we need batteries to get into one of the rooms in the motel. It's actually got a locked door. There's a key code we have to get. It's a 4-digit pin we have to find on a dead body along the road, and get his pin, and then use the batteries and a screwdriver so that you can replace the batteries in the door lock, pop the pin in, and then you can actually get into the room. It's never usually that exciting to get into. It's just obviously another little puzzle in the game that you have to solve. pretty much done in here. One of the only things you can't get from here is actually fuel. I was wondering where that bear is. Get up on top of the fence here. You can actually climb up on this roof and stay up there. If you jump onto this ice box, you can then jump onto that AC unit and then up onto the roof. So, is that him? Yeah, he's down the other side of the fence. Cool. I don't think there's anything around here worth collecting. But in here, this is quite useful. We've got another spare wheel for the car, which I don't need at the moment. Don't need no bottles. But we have a workbench. So using this workbench, we can make a lot. We can make a lot of other items. So you can. This is obviously you can do sticks, but you can make nails. You can make leather. You get 8 pieces of leather from one bear hide. You can make matches. You can make chains later on for the chainsaw. When you get that, you have to upgrade the bench. Then there's just got all kinds of other tools and equipment that you can make. You can actually make lockpicks and small animal traps, and this is something that is really essential when you get the car, because if you get your car stuck, jack is the only way of either turning it back over if you roll it or getting out of a ditch or whatever. So that is something you desperately are going to need. You want to aim towards a longbow and make some decent arrows. These are better than you would think. These arrows will do quite a bit of damage, but if you can get the materials, you're better off to make the hunting arrows. I don't see the point in the fire arrows because you need more materials, but they don't really do any more damage than the hunting, so it's just, you know, you make them if you feel like making it. With these quivers, this is a 1 slot, then you have a 2 slot, and then if you upgrade your workbench you can make a 3 slot quiver. We can make some basic clothes. This is lighting you can put up, and then this is an upgraded wooden shield. So you need to make the shield that I showed you in the first menu, and then once you've got the first one you can bring it here to the workbench and then you can upgrade. But the good thing about these workbenches is you can pick them up and move them. Just want to keep an eye on that bear, to be honest. It's not fun if he comes in and catches you from behind. I guess he's round the back. But yeah, very, very useful thing, that is the workbench. So we've got another crowbar, which is awesome. So if we left shift and do it, it's so much quicker than it doesn't take a minute of game time. My god, how many crowbars! Oh, and a gear. Oh, the mist gods are smiling on me. I'll take this anyway. We'll get it out of the way. I don't have to come back. What I'm actually considering doing is making this our base. It's a shame we can't have a bit of a tidy up, pick up a load of this rubbish. I missed the tin there. Can I get that one? I'm full up. Let's have a look. Let's eat that one. Doesn't give you a huge amount, this one. So we do that and we pick that one up. And we might as well we'll eat that one. And then we will quench our thirst. If you right click on the bottle, you can drop it, you can drink until you've had enough, which will fill your thirst down here to the full, or you can just drink a little at a time to conserve water. I'm just going to drink until he's had enough. Obviously you can drink until full unless the bottle runs out of water. So I'm really thinking about making this our base. We'd need to fortify this, and we need to fortify at the front here, but I think it would be quite interesting to use this. And we've got the motel just over there, and we've got an awful lot of stuff that we can break down. There's a lot of cars in this area which we can break down to use for the materials for the stuff that we're going to make. And it's always worth checking these lorries because some of them have the back open and you can find engines and stuff. And these are also a really good place if you do get caught out. You can get up on the top here and not really anything can reach you up here. So we're here. Yeah, there we go. We need to dump something. Let's just drink that and get everything up full. I'm not really going to waste it. We have a car battery, so we'll take that. What is the percentage on it? Oh, it's 100%. Nice. We've got another wheel. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll chuck that bottle. We'll come back for it. And we'll take the wheel. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go and see. I'm trying to think where there could be. I'll tell you what we do. I think we go and get the Range Rover repaired. So we've got some wheels. This area here, all the way around here, the bear can spawn pretty much anywhere. So again, you need to be really careful. So let's get up on the wall here. Come on, climb, climb. Why is he not climbing? Oh dear, he's not going to climb. So again, we've got some more vehicles here we can break down. We've got plenty of fuel. Right, so this vehicle here is where we need to get the 4-digit pin from. There's a body there. So I am going to run down here. We go back around the back of this Bandit Camp. When you actually get your vehicle up and running, if your vehicle takes damage from the bandits or from the infected, it will actually take the percentage down on your components, so you can actually be immobilized by them. They can shoot out your engine and other components, so you don't want to get into a fight when you're around your vehicle, and you don't want to try to attract the infected when you're out and about. If you start getting hit by the infected too much, obviously you will damage your vehicle from that. The good benefit of having the vehicle is obviously you travelling is much reduced to travel time. You've got free lights because you can leave the headlights on all through the night and it doesn't drain the battery. So it's you can carry more materials and more goods. So let's open this up. Let's start with this. We'll get some components in. That's going to take 10 minutes of game time, which is not too bad. So we'll drop that in there. I wish it was this easy in real life. This is going to take 20 minutes. It's only 20 past 7 in the morning, so we're okay. Let's pop the fuel can there and we will fill the tank. So that gives us plenty of fuel, and you can leave the fuel can here so you don't have to carry it in your bag. It saves you a slot. You just make sure you just get it from here and you remember to put it back. So we need 2 tyres and some spark plugs. So let's have a look what we've got here. Is it this one? Can't remember which. Yeah, so we'll take that, that and that. So the engines that I just found is in better condition than that one. So as you can see, we've got 2 wheels on it there. So if we add another one, that windscreen's glitching out a bit. We'll proceed. Stick the spark plugs in. It's going to take 3 minutes, I wish. Especially if this is a V8. It takes a bit more than 3 minutes. And that should be us complete. Boom. So we've got everything. We've got 5.8 litres of fuel. And we've got everything we need. So we can jump in. So we've now got ourselves a nice 4x4. So that's cool. So I'm just gonna open the back and we'll put some of this stuff. I'll keep one of those in the back. Put some food in there. I'm gonna leave a crowbar here. Put that in there. Put those batteries in there. So that's that. So let's get rid of this other stuff. We will start to get organised at some point. So I'm going to drop that in there. Awesome. So now we can actually get out in our car. So we press E to start and stop the engine, F to exit the car, R for your headlights, and space is to brake. So there we go. So we now have a vehicle. So we can actually get around much quicker. But like I said, we will switch this out for the pickup truck at some point, because we need to come and pick up bits and pieces, because we've got this locker that I left here, so we need to collect that. And we don't want to mess with these bandits. We need to scoot past here as quick as possible, otherwise we're going to get shot. There we go, they shot us. Oh, get through there. So what I'm going to do is look for the bear. So we're out. Let's climb up on there. Oh, slipped off. Can't see Mr. Bear anywhere. Oh, come on. It's not wanting to jump for some reason. Hopefully he's way off over the field somewhere. Still, we've got our shotgun, our trusty shotgun if he starts. So we've got some fuel in there. Nothing in there, so let's grab our fuel can. We'll gather up a little bit more fuel. So let's go. Always keeping an eye out for that mist. So if you do this, you can see the background up here, and that you'll see the mist coming in. And you can always cancel if you do see the mist coming in. I think in the back of here is another box. Yeah. We can't take this with us. So we've got a hand grenade. And we've also got a spare wheel. So let's chuck that in there. And we will pick this up. Push him out over there. And we'll drop this in the road. Where is that bear? I don't like not knowing where he is. Can't really see him, so what we'll do is we'll dump this here, and we can use it to put stuff in. Nothing I really want to dump in there at the moment. What we can actually do, I've changed my mind. I'll show you what I do with these. You get some infected in some of these. Are they in this one? Yeah, they're in there. If we rotate this round, I'm hoping we can do it with this. And drop that there. If we change to our spear from our axe. We should be able to open the door and stab these dudes from here without taking any damage. So just move it out of the way now. So that way you can fight them, do whatever you've got to do, and you stay beyond their arm's reach. I mean, I think the motel would probably be quite a good place to set up. Oh, we've got another pistol and some ammunition, because there's storage in pretty much all of the motel rooms, so it'd be quite a good place to set up. Finding a lot of stuff today. Come on, next one. And sometimes, oh my goodness, look at this, another axe. I've obviously done something right recently. I'm getting an awful lot of stuff. Can't believe it. See that? No fuel in there. No fuel in there. Oh. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the cigarettes are for. I'm assuming they're going to have a purpose. Before the last patch, this was the vehicle I think that you had to drive. So it's changed to this one and the red pickup truck after the last patch. If you break this caravan down here, you get a gear every single time you break it down, because this stuff does respawn when you leave the area. You have to actually leave though. If you don't go from this area, then nothing will disappear. So we can go in this one. Sometimes you find clothing, and make sure you do both sides. If you have a cupboard like this, do both sides, because oh, that was a wasted shell. That's where you don't have the gun out when you're searching, because you slip of the finger and that's it. You've just wasted a shell. Don't need those batteries yet. Yeah, this is some cool stuff. Another empty bowl. So we will get some water purifying going at some point. We've got a couple of bowls. We'll bung them in that box just to store them. Chuck that empty one in there. Just bung all this stuff that we don't need right now. And that's it. Let's reload. And if we do this one, we reload. Yep, so we've got six rounds. So let's shoot down to this door here. There's another one. There's nobody home. A lot of cloth. Nothing in there. Oh, what's this? Got some more handgun. I'm surprised there's no clothing at all anywhere. Come on. Hitboxes on some of these seem to be very small. You have to get the cursor in just the right place. There's nothing there. So now we can run up the stairs. These blue doors, you can't do anything with these, so you have to look for the grey doors. There's nobody home. I just think there's a shirt there. You should be able to pick that up. Jeez, I'm finding a lot of tools. Normally you end up making all this stuff, but I seem to keep finding it. More bottles. You can use quite a lot of those later on, because you use them in making light fittings for your base when you set yourself up. when you've actually got a proper base. Okay, what time of day is it? Still early. So the mist doesn't come in at the same time every day either. So this is kind of where you will get caught out. But a good thing about this motel is you can just shut the doors and just stay in the room. They can't get you if the doors are shut. I don't know if they have any plans to change that, because I know at some point they are going to bring in a different type of infected that can climb. So they will climb up and be able to climb over your defences to a certain degree. So again, this is something that you need to be aware of. Can't take that at the minute. Can I fit that in? Yeah. Take that one. Ooh, another bottle of alcohol. Let's dump those and we take that for now, because we can make bandages from these. Oh, this is a bit trashed. Yay, we got a shirt. I need to just drop something a minute so I can empty a space to take that. And then if we go in, we can equip that. So he's now got a t-shirt. So that's better. We'll leave the sugar for now. Those drawers are all busted up. Nothing down there. This one sometimes has infected in it as well. So what I normally do is, can we not take this one? Yes we can, I think. Just have to be in the right position there. Let's move that. I can't move myself now, I'm stuck. What am I stuck on? I'm stuck on something. Ah, great. What's going on? There we go. I'm stuck on the sofa now. I'm stuck in it. Nice. Someone's dropped a jam sandwich there. No, I'm stuck. Awesome. Right, let's move that. Get that out. So this game is in early access, so you will have issues. So we've just got a sewing kit and some other bits in there. More bottles. We'll come back for those at a later date. Nothing in there. I can't remember if I checked these. Got a bar to eat. I'm just going to eat that straight off the bat. Fancy some chocolate. So he's carrying it. Right, so where's that bear? I can't see. Let's hope he's not round the back of here, because he can walk all the way around. So do we have anything I can chuck in there? Yeah, we've got some cloth. We've got some more pistol ammo there. Can I put any more in the gun? Yep. So we got 8. I don't think there's anything else I can stack. I'm really surprised with the stuff that I'm finding here. So let me just bung some of this in here. Stuff that we're going to take with us. More food. You know, you'll get a lot of stuff, more than you can handle at the beginning, which is cool. I didn't want that in there actually. I was going to eat that in a minute. So you see, we've got quite a decent carrying capacity in the back, and we're not going to get the code until I've got the ability to make the screwdriver. Don't want that scrap wood. This is a, oh, we've got a log, bit of firewood. So these are all blue. It's all blue. So up we go. Up in those hills up there is where I actually started the game. Was up through there was my actual spawn point. So just to give you an idea of sort of where I've gone. So we've got another bag. Oh my god, another crowbar. I can't believe it. That's amazing. I've never found this many sort of tools ever. You normally have to make them yourself. I'm just going to leave that on the bar there. So I'm going to fill it with some stuff in a minute. We'll just have a quick loot of in here. Just see what we've got. Nope, more candy. Might as well grab these while I'm up here. And what I'll do is I'll drop those in there. And we'll pick this up and we'll move it with us. So just drop in there. Nothing in there. Keep clicking my left mouse button for some reason. Keep having like a twitch. I think it's because I'm tired. So I didn't get much sleep last night. So there we go. That's that one. Shut that. This is the one that we need the screwdriver and the batteries for. As you can see, there's a machete on the bed. We've got a suitcase. And there could be some other goodies in there. We won't know until we actually get in there. So let's rotate this round. Q and R to rotate again. Apparently one of these ones are the blue. There's one of them you can actually glitch through the wall if you stand by the window. And you can actually loot something from the table of one of the rooms that you're not supposed to be able to go in. Somebody's chopping up firewood in this hotel. No, I don't want that. Get loads of those later. Right. So we've got another bag. I can't take these with me because unless I'm going to run and carry them all the way back. So what I'm going to do is leave this one here, so the next time I come back I can put it in front of those doors. And the infected will keep respawning in either one of those rooms, up or down. So yeah, so it just means I don't have to keep running up and down the stairs with a bag. I just leave it there. So there's your motel. We're just over the road from the garage, and if we continue on down this road in that direction we will come to a dead end. And if we go off to the right, there's a couple of barns, and we will eventually come to a mine. So we're not going to do that today. Oh, we've clicked something. This is why we need to get that trolley jack built, because you end up getting stuck quite a lot. It gets frustrating. So we're going to shut that off there. Just gonna have a quick look for Mr. Bear again. Do you know what? I think I left that fuel can in that car. I said about not leaving the fuel can behind, and I think I've done that very thing. You can leave the engine running. If you just get out, you can leave the engine running there. It doesn't use a massive amount of fuel if you do leave the engine running. So it's so easy to leave that fuel can behind. I've done it more times than I can think. It's just so frustrating because you get preoccupied with other things, looking out for the I'll tell you what, I can't see anything there. There's absolutely nothing to hit, and yet it's a bit annoying, but there you go. It is early access, you have to put up with this stuff. So, right, we get back to here. And, oh, turn him off. The bear can be inside this fenced off area as well. Yeah, I think we're alright. I think he's down the back. He could even be inside the garage. Oh, we got some spark plugs. Because the other ones I've got are pretty shit. And I don't like it being 6 minutes for such a small amount of fuel. That's where the time's getting on, and we could get the mist coming in. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to left shift and click them out. Because 1 minute's a long time. The bear could appear and attack you in that time. Small amounts, but it does add up. All of these small amounts of fuel that you gather, it does add up quite quickly. So we've got nearly 2 litres there now. And 1 minute's too long for that. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and have a look at this little place up on the inside the trees there, and then we're going to call it a day for this episode. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If there's anything you'd like me to cover in there that I've not covered, or anything, just drop me a comment. If you've got any hints or tips that you think will help other players, you know, leave a little comment. Keep hitting F. You know, if we help each other build a community, it's good for everyone. So I don't think this is one that we've been to yet. Don't generally see the bear over here, but I'm not going to say you won't see him, because this game has a habit of surprising you. Right, so we're going to check over by the toilet first, have a check around the dunny. We've got a bottle, don't need that now. So we've got a wood pile there. Oh my goodness, look, another axe. Jeez, I can't believe this. I'm going to have got axes for days. Food. I've never ever honestly seen so many axes just pop up. It's your most vital tool at the beginning of this game, because you need it for chopping down trees and doing other things. This is ridiculous. I can't believe I've got so many axes. Let's have a quick look up on here. I don't think there's anything. Didn't see anything from the other side. Oh, we've got a rucksack up on the top of that one. That's what I mean, see? Like I keep saying, always check on the roofs, because you just never know. Oh, scrap metal, we need that. Components, don't need that bottle for now. You will come back here at a later date and we'll go through stuff again, because stuff does respawn. This is a 2-slot upgrade again. So there we go. It's getting better and better each time. So we've still got 9 slots to unlock. I know where a lot of the bags are, so we're not going to have any problem finding all that stuff. And a lot of these things you can break down. You know, you just hit it with your axe and you'll get the little white bar will appear if you can break it down. So I'm going to call it there, guys. So I thank you very, very much for joining me on this. I really enjoy Mist Survival, and I think if you get on and play it, you'll enjoy it too. It's not that expensive to buy on Steam, and it's just a really, really good game. I just wish it was multiplayer. I think that would be just like the icing on the cake with this game, if they introduced at least 2-player co-op. would just add so much more to the game. So nearly lost my voice then, throat's getting dry. Just have a sip of coffee. Yeah, so I think the developer does have a lot of plans in store for this game, so I think it's one to watch. If you like your zombie survival games, then you need to watch this space, because it could end up being one of the best survival games out there if the developers do it right. And I know it was being developed by one person originally, and they've now got a lot of other developers involved, like they've employed to work on this game. That's why it's getting such a big overhaul, and they're jumping straight to patch 0.5. They're just going to skip over everything else. It's getting texture upgrades. You're going to have a German Shepherd, and that you can get as pets to help you attack and defend. And if you get onto Steam and have a look through the update notes, it's quite surprising what they plan to do with this game. So I'm just fingers crossed, I hope they achieve it. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this with me, and I hope you enjoy watching Myst. Get on it yourself and have a play. It's just so much fun. So thank you, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.